The basic question is, and this might seem like a very banal, basic kind of a question, but it's really not, because it's the thing that trips most people up, because people tend to, once they get in the contemplation phase and on into the action phase of a fitness / nutrition / wellness plan, they tend to launch at it without a direction. That's the thing that trips people up and leads them to just sort of quitting, fizzling out, because they get frustrated. They don't make a plan to track their metrics, start with a foundation, grow from it, and pivot throughout the things, from things that are not working to things that may work. Looking at social media, seeing the rigidity of some of the ideas out there and getting stuck in something, getting tracked into something, and it's not productive for them, so they just fade away. First, identify the motivation for why you're doing this. Really consider just exactly what you want and how it's going to benefit your life and even the lives of those around you. And we talked about this a few episodes ago. Find your why. Why are you going to do? That's the thing that's going to keep you on this plan. Make sure that your why is sustainable. Your why shouldn't be something like, I want to be friends with more ripped dudes or whatever. Just make sure that your why translates to your overall well-being. It's SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. So you need to set your SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And what that means is specific. So don't say, I want to be a better runner. You're going to fizzle out if you do that. If you say, I'm going from the couch to 5K, I want to be able to go from the couch to a 5K in 3 months, and I want to average 8.5 minute miles. That's specific. That's also measurable. That's also time bound. We kind of knocked all that out right there with talking about that. So you want to, how long are you giving yourself to achieve this goal? Can you measure this? Yeah, you can measure. If you're going from the couch to a 5K in 3 months and you're not running at all now and you want to run 8.5 minute miles, you can certainly measure that. That's easy to measure. Is it achievable? Of course, absolutely. Unless you have some very serious medical issues that really limit your physical ability, yes, it's achievable, of course. Is it relevant? Is it relevant to your life? That's up to you to figure out. If you're going to derive joy from this, if you're going to derive fitness and wellness, a better state of mind from this, then absolutely it's relevant. And time-bound, that was built right in 3 months. We said that. So that's how you build SMART goals. And you need to allow for phasing and cycles of these, because you may have to adjust, and don't get married to a plan, right? Don't fall in love with plan A, because maybe you get off the couch and within 4 to 6 weeks, you're doing, just because of genetics or whatever, you're doing way better at running than you thought you were. So adjust. Maybe you can lower that average mile time you want to do. Maybe you can make it take it from a 5K to a 10K. Who knows? So don't fall in love with plan A. Be able to adjust on that. And speaking of the plan, make your plan and follow it. But as I said, be able to pivot and adjust, because not everything's going to work for you. And especially if you're just starting out in some kind of fitness regimen, you're going to have to experiment and figure out what works for you. Okay? So make that plan and follow it. Diversify your exercise. Don't get locked into something. Change things up and try new stuff. Do different things. Play around with it. The whole point is that you're up and moving and getting healthier. So don't be worried about whether you're lifting 3 or 4 days a week and you got to be locked into that. Cycle off. Do a lifting cycle for 8 weeks and then go do something else. I don't even know, go do hiking, whatever. Be able to pivot off of that, because that's going to keep you fresh and it's going to help you come back. You're not going to lose all your gains. It's going to help you come back mentally and physically stronger and rested and repaired if you kind of cycle some of these things in and out. So make that plan. Stick to your plan. But here's the thing I want to say too. Track your plan. Track it. So there's lots of fitness trackers, fitness tracker apps, and you can just open up your notes app and make notes. But here's something I recommend, because you all know by now you all know how I feel about getting stuck in your phone. And you ever heard of the 11th rep? The 11th rep is at the gym when you boom, you bust out that 10th rep, and it takes you a microsecond. You can't even let your eyes open and your brain breathe for half a second before that phone's up in your face. Put your damn phone away. I strongly recommend getting a physical notebook and a physical pen or a pencil and writing it down. That is going to help your cognitive process. You're going to, when you actually physically write stuff down, you actually remember it. This is 100% true. Digital stuff is in and out. We don't remember it. We don't lock it in. It comes and goes. So if you want to have total wellness in your life, get a notebook and write your stuff down. That is my kind of broad answer to how do you get started? How do you get started with a fitness or wellness plan or regimen?